Okay, so a lot of you have been asking questions.
And she's been avoiding answering them.
Very successfully, I presume.
I don't think so.
Okay, should we just reveal it?
Yeah, let's just tell them.
We
We're
are
going
going to
to
have
have a
a
baby.
That feels so strange to say out loud after keeping it to ourselves for so long.
Our families have actually known for a while, but to tell you this, it's a very different kind of a feeling. Okay, now coming to the first question that all of you have right now. How far along are you?
We're filming this on 8th of June and I am 28 weeks already, so third trimester. And to be very honest, this bump has been trying to expose me for a while and I've used every camera angle known to mankind. I've been hiding behind kitchen benches or hiding behind Karthik. This is also one of the reasons why we haven't been posting a lot of Instagram also, because there's not like a proper angle you can do and there's not like the full body version I can like show myself.
And if
But
you've noticed the Dabba edits and the lunchbox videos that we
and
made
the
on
Saturday
Instagram and the
Samails,
Saturday Samil videos that we made on Instagram, they're more focused on her face. They're,
it's focused on my face and then directly to food, like it's
yeah.
not going anywhere
For
else.
a while, she was able to get away with wearing the apron, but after some time, even the apron couldn't help.
It couldn't help, yeah.
But I think we've been partially successful with hiding your bump.
I think they should tell us. Let us know in the
I,
comments below if you suspected and around what point or what video made you suspect that there was something happening as well. A
yeah.
lot of you kept talking about the glow as well. I mean, I don't know about that, but a lot of you did mention about that.
I always thought she was always glowing.
I
I
also
didn't,
thought I was always glowing,
so I couldn't see the difference.
but yeah.
So when did we find out?
So we found out on 9th of December, exactly at 4 weeks. There was another significant thing, a personal milestone for us happening on 9th of December. And I had been waiting to test. And on the previous day, that's 8th of December, I was telling myself, there's this thing happening tomorrow. If I test it and it turns positive, it'll be double dhamaka. Like I'll be super duper happy because, we'd have fallen pregnant and the other personal milestone also is happening on that same day. So, I will be like super duper happy. But there was this other risk that if I test first thing in the morning and if it doesn't happen the way we wanted, like if I'm not pregnant, then I might be disappointed, and that personal milestone that was meant to happen later in the day, I wouldn't enjoy as much as if I hadn't tested at all. So there were three options. I need not test at all and I just test it on like 10th of September, 10th of December or whatever. Or I test it and if it's negative, I'll be feeling sad and I can't enjoy the personal milestone. Or there's this risk that if I test it and if it turns out positive, then we'll be like super duper happy and we can correlate a lot of things. So on around 8th and 7th of September, December, I don't know why I'm saying September, around 8th or 7th of December, I've been thinking, this is all just me, right? This is just me while I'm working and doing other things. I'm just asking myself, do I want to test it? Do I not want to test it? Do I want to take the risk? Blah, blah, blah. And I've been conversing with ChatGPT. So I was like, hey, do you think I should test it? I've held off from not testing all these times. So if some people start testing from 6 DPO, 7 DPO. This was exactly around 11 or 12 DPO for me. I'll get into all those details in a separate video. But yeah, around that time. And ChatGPT was like, no, don't test it. You might feel bad if it doesn't go as you wanted and you might not enjoy your other thing that was happening to you. I was like, okay, leave ChatGPT. I'm just going to test it regardless. And Karthik has never pressured into testing or not saying anything. Like he is quite neutral. He doesn't necessarily tell me like we need to test it or not. But I did tell him that, you know what, this month we are going to test on 9th of December.
Yeah, and the other thing is the previous night, which was 8th of December, I was watching TV in this very room.
In
I was
this
just
room. This
watching
is
TV.
Rumpus in our
And
house, yeah.
she is someone who usually never sleeps on the floor just because she's tired. If she's tired, she will go to her bedroom and she'll sleep. she'll never sleep on the floor. But that night, for some reason, she just slept on the floor because she was so tired. I started thinking, and I didn't want to like keep my hopes up because I didn't want to pressure myself. So I was like, okay, let's see what happens tomorrow. And the next morning came is when she asked me like, do you think we should test? I told her like, yes, we should, because from the previous night I had a suspicion of something. So I thought, yes, we should test. And
We tested. So yeah, now the testing morning, right? How did it go? We woke up, brushing our teeth. We started testing. First, we test with the first morning urine, FMU. If you are in the TTC world, you know what FMU is. So we tested, and I was using a cheapy stick to test it, not even like your fancy clear blue ones. I was using a cheapy stick to test it. We kept it there. Karthik was brushing. I started brushing my teeth, and you saw for like a couple of minutes or like once or twice you glanced
I
at
saw
it.
for a few seconds. I couldn't see a line at all.
There's no line
So
coming.
I didn't. I was like, okay,
There's
just
nothing.
stay calm. Just stay calm. It's okay. It's okay. And I started brushing.
It-
And then all of a sudden, she.
Wait, so you start like we walk while we are brushing. Like we walk around our room while we are brushing, and you started walking around our room while brushing. And I was always looking at it. I didn't walk that day because we've tested. So I'm looking, and then at one point I could see a small line coming, and I was like, "Baby, you should come here." And I was telling in Tamil, obviously. So I was like, "There's this little faint line I could see. I
It
don't
was
know
the
if it's."
faintest of the line, and
If it's just my eyes,
Yeah.
you know, you get line eyes when you are in this TTC journey. So it was like, I don't know if it's my eyes or, you know, real thing.
Yeah.
So it was like,
so she called me immediately into the room, and I checked, and I was like, I could see that faint line as well, which got us so excited. And I think the only thing is that we didn't take a video
any of this.
of any of this. For someone who takes video of everything that happens in our life, this we didn't.
Yeah, and I'm glad we did not, because it's still vivid and fresh in our memories.
That is true,
and
yes.
something very personal to us. We're just reiterating what it is, and I'm sure you can, you know, visualize to an extent. But yeah, it was a beautiful day. It was a Tuesday on 9th of December. He had to go to work, and yeah, by every chance he got, we were just dreaming about and talking about things. Every chance he got, he was texting me, and I was also doing the same. But yeah, that day went well.
So 2 milestones that day.
2 milestones that day. We think a baby is bringing us a lot of luck already. Just on that note, I will make separate videos on TTC, or trying to conceive. If you don't know what TTC is, TTC journey, and also our 2-week wait symptoms and things that helped us, how we prepared. A lot of these in the future videos.
So please stay tuned to this channel. Next is, so how long were we trying?
We started around August, because Karthik had his nose surgery in July. We wanted him to completely come off all the high dose medicines, and it was August. We started in August, but August was the first month we bought ovulation kits and thermometers and started tracking properly. So August was almost a write-off, if you remember.
We didn't know what we were doing.
Well,
We just started for the sake of starting.
Yeah, we were just like, okay, let's start. So we started in August, and in the November cycle we became pregnant. That's why the test became positive in December. So about 4 cycles. If you write off August, then it's 3 cycles. August was more about us learning cycle, but I presume everyone will have their own way of learning, and it might be 1 or 2 cycles for each individual to understand the patterns and temperatures and everything like that. And mind you, I went deep into this subject. Karthik would know. I'd explain every other day. I'll be like, I have to buy this thing, I have to buy that thing, I'm going to track this thing, I'm going to track that thing, and all that.
Yeah, it's going to be really helpful in the upcoming videos. She did a lot of research on how to track your body temperature and so many other metrics, through which she was able to understand a lot more about her body and the kind of signs that it was giving her. That was in turn very helpful in this whole journey.
Yeah.
So this is going to be explained to you in
did
the upcoming
document
videos.
everything. I've documented everything, and definitely I'll be making videos soon.
This is a big one. Why did we wait so long?
You know, and I know, we planned on telling you guys after our first trimester or after our 12-week scan, and once everything was clear. We had all the content planned out as well, but life happened. So if you are a new viewer, you may not know that I had to go through redundancy early this year around March. So my company started giving hints around end of Jan or so, and that was making me very uncomfortable in terms of what my future was like. So at that point, I was not in a right mindset to make video about like disclosing pregnancy. The other thing was, so I got made redundant March 2nd and my last day was March 6th. Even though I didn't know until March 2nd that my role was impacted, I knew that my company was going to go through this massive restructure and if my role would be impacted or not. In the worst case, it was going to be impacted. I know I'd be in the job market and I don't know what future was going to be like. So I didn't want to take any chances by revealing pregnancy around Feb, because that was the time we had planned to reveal pregnancy. Our first trimester finished around, I don't know, February 15, 16, something like that. And yeah, we were planning on making a video and revealing
To
around
be
21st.
honest, yeah, to be honest with you, like a lot of people on the internet, we wanted to do a lot in terms of content creation surrounding pregnancy and helping people with the same. But because of this redundancy news, I
It
think
took our life upside down.
it just turned our life upside down and we started thinking about other things that we had to prioritize. And also, one of the reasons that we did not reveal this is because we did not want the potential employer to find out about the pregnancy news and that being the decider for her job. Because if she gets a job, it has to be based on her merit, but the skills that she can bring to the table, and not because she's pregnant, which is, hey, unfair.
Yeah, but unfortunately women just have to deal with this. Yeah, so we had our reasons not to reveal, and looking back, I'm very glad that we didn't do it that way. We were able to keep this part of our life like very close, just between the two of us. So that was very nice, I would say. Like if we had revealed, then we would have made a lot of content. We wouldn't have had like a lot of personal moments. Now what has happened is we didn't make a lot of content, let's say from Feb or so. Redundancy, pregnancy, like I can't show my whole body all the time, and that was kind of limiting us from doing a lot of content and all that. But that also gave us a lot of private moments to enjoy.
So the pregnancy, what has it actually been like?
For me, it's been very, very normal. You know it. The only thing that has been different is I tend to sleep a lot. I tend to take naps, but I don't have any other symptoms or any other pains.
Can
Touch
confirm.
wood, I've been going normal about my day. I exercise. I do whatever I need to do in the household. Like we didn't get any help from parents or anyone for that matter. I was able to cook and all that. So I didn't have nausea. I didn't have vomiting. And
And did you have any cravings?
I didn't have any cravings either. So if you guys have been watching us for a while, you know that I tend to eat dark chocolate after food, dark chocolate or something sweet after food. So I don't know if it's because of that practice or what, but I didn't have like sweet cravings or sour cravings or anything like that. I think it's because the diet already includes it, and I have always had some sort of a chocolate or something after food or something like that. That's enough for me. Or it could be that I don't have cravings at all. Like I don't know what it is, but I didn't have, in terms of like symptoms itself, my only symptom has been like I feel good if I like take a nap in the afternoon. And in terms of food, there's nothing in particular like I like this over that kind of thing. It's been really very, very normal.
I think there was a very brief period where you did not like eggs.
Correct, yeah. So
This was her absolute favorite. If you give her eggs every day, she'll just live off of eggs. But there was a very particular time during her pregnancy where she was a little averse to eggs.
I mean, even eggs, if it was in like curry, I liked it. In like
It should not be an egg where you can smell it as an egg. But if it's in a curry or if it's just masked with some other taste, she was able to take it.
take it. So I would make like onion tomato masala and add egg to it.
Yeah.
Because choline is very important. Whatever is there in your like prenatal supplements or pregnancy supplement, that choline wasn't enough. At least the one that I was having, it wasn't enough, and I was meant to take more choline, and egg was one of the best sources to get choline. And I was at least having 2 to 3 eggs per
Yeah,
day,
every single day.
At one point, even now I'm so tired of having eggs. This morning I was saying I'm so tired of having eggs, but I'm just doing it because I want to do it.
That's very Vaishnavi of her.
I'm like, okay, I can't wait for this pregnancy to get over and eat a different kind of food where I can have like less eggs. I've been having to, now in my third trimester, I'm almost having 3 eggs per day. But yeah, eggs in a very brief time. I didn't like it if it was even boiled or omelette. You can't have runny eggs when you're pregnant. So we made it in like a curry or colombo or something to spice it up. The other feeling, it's not a craving or it's not a symptom. The other feeling that I had was I always wanted Karthik to be near me. Like he would go to office, and I don't know what happened, man, but during this pregnancy he had to go to Melbourne for work like a couple of times. He's never done that. We would always go together. The more I wanted him to be with me, he had to go to work a bit more often and also travel for work as first
But
time.
even if it was a Melbourne trip, I would go in the morning and I'll come back in the night. So
Mm.
I wouldn't do overnights or anything. And her afternoon naps, even though I didn't want to nap, I had to just sit beside her and do something on my phone because she always needed me by her side, which was really sweet. And I'm so happy about it.
Yeah,
To be
I would
honest
just
with
be
you.
like, no, 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 you should still come and sit with me. No, I want to watch TV. Okay, you come and sit there and watch whatever on your phone, kind of thing. But yeah, no symptoms, no cravings as such, but this was that emotional side of thing.
So when did it actually start feeling real for you?
For me, the day the test was positive, so 9th of December, that was like the start of something. But since then, every test we took, like the blood test, the scans, we were so keen that our first scan we would be able to hear
Hear the heartbeat,
heartbeat, but
yes.
they didn't let us hear heartbeat. For that matter, even at our 12-week scan, they didn't let us hear heartbeat. OBGYN,
She
our
was the first one
obstetrician,
to let us hear the baby's heartbeat.
heartbeat. But yeah, every single test and everything that we did was just giving me that feeling that this is becoming more real and real and real, and our life is going to change a fair bit after this. That pregnancy expo, the first one that we went to, at one point I got so overwhelmed
Yeah.
that I came out of that hall. Like I said, okay, let's go out of the hall. I feel so sweaty and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if my blood pressure dropped or what, but it got to that point because it was so overwhelming looking at all the baby products and too many things.
Yeah, and I think we were standing for a lot longer, and maybe
This was my it was first trimester as well. I don't know what
Yeah.
was what, but we went out, we just had a sip of water and had something, and then we went in and it was all okay afterwards. But that first moment, like, it was overwhelming. Yeah. So this was my feeling. So every test, everything is making more real and real, and now it's like super duper real. I've got
Yeah.
like a really big bump. Okay, and what about you?
So for me, it has been real since the very first day we saw that faintest line. Every other instant that we had gone through, for example, all the visits and the subsequent, what do you call those strips?
Oh, so we kept testing every day.
Yeah, after that, after the faintest line, we kept testing every day, and the line grew stronger and stronger and stronger.
So that's called dye stealer. It's called dye stealer, meaning that strip has a dye, right?
Yeah.
Like your control line and test line. You test until your line is darker than the control line. So it's
Got
called
it.
a dye stealer.
Dye stealer. Okay. Till then, and every other appointment that we had with this, with regards to the scans, with the GP and all that, it just kept reassuring me that, hey, you're going to be a dad or you're going to have a baby. It kept telling me that. So one thing that we were so excited about is when we booked in our first scan, we wanted to hear the heartbeat. We didn't ask the scan center if this is something that they would do. We assumed naturally because we watched it on TVs.
No. Also, because in that Reddit forum and all, they said like, oh, I was able to hear heartbeat, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
yeah. Even in the Reddit forum, when Vaishnavi had, gone through the Reddit forum, she shared it with me as well. They would all say that, hey, in my 12-week scan, I heard the baby's heartbeat. This is so and so. This is the heart rate and all. And we were super excited without even asking or checking with them. We just went in hoping to hear the heartbeat for the first time. But to our surprise, they said that they don't do it here. This is something that they usually don't do it in certain clinics, and that you'll have to wait for your first OBGYN's appointment to hear the heartbeat. Even though that was a little surprising or
A little disappointing
to be honest. But OBGYN appointment came, and I honestly forgot about the heartbeat thing. Because we
moved
did
on.
because we did 2 scans. They said clearly that, hey, we're not going to show you the heartbeat.
And
We
the
can see
way-
it, but we can't hear it. They'll just check the heartbeat. They'll show you, hey, the count is good, the baby's doing fine, that's all. So the first OBGYN appointment came, and all of a sudden she didn't even realize that we hadn't heard the heartbeat. She just kept the thing in her stomach and was like, here's the heartbeat. It was like all of a sudden I was not ready for it, and it just came right out of nowhere. I'm like, oh my god, this is the heartbeat.
And we saw our obstetrician only around 14 weeks or so. So we
Yeah.
didn't see her before that, around 14, 15 weeks. That's when we saw it. So by then we had done a dating scan and a early structural scan. So
Yeah.
the 12-week one and the 6-week one, around that. So we had done that. And so the scan at one scan center, we even asked, and they said that it requires
A Doppler device or something,
it requires like a special thing, and they don't recommend around this time or something like that, the sonologist. mentioned, and we were like, okay, fine. And in that case, we are okay with not hearing the heartbeat kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. So it's been real for a long time now.
Yeah.
Today is 8th of June and it started 9th of December. Over 6 months.
Now that we can see the kicks, not just feel them,
7 months, sorry.
it's very, very real now. It's surreal, honestly.
Yeah, we can see the kicks. Yeah. Alrighty. What next?
Moving on to the next one. The question we all know is coming: boy or a girl?
We know, but I don't know if we would be letting you guys know like now or in the near future.
We'll let you guys know when the time is right. Till then, it's going to be a surprise. Now that it's finally out there, what are we planning to share?
Everything. Our TTC journey, trying to conceive, the 2-week wait symptoms, my first trimester symptoms, second trimester symptoms. I'm also logging my third trimester as we are going through it. Things that helped me, things that helped us in our TTC journey. So basically everything. I know for first time parents, first time mom, it can get really overwhelming. And if you are over 35, which I am, there's a lot of chatter in the internet about, geriatric pregnancy, advanced maternal age. They'll tell you a lot of things just because you are older than 35. So I'm happy to share everything that I have read and learned to prepare myself for this journey. And I hope this is going to be useful even if you're not 35. You don't have to be 35 to know things. So I did a lot of study, a lot of research, a lot of like reading books and all that to understand how things work. Even like the hospital appointments, what can you do at the time of birth and what can your birthing partner do and things like that. So we'll definitely be sharing all of it. I wish to share all of it with no filter.
Very unfiltered copy energy.
Just like us.
And that wraps up this video. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for giving us the space to share the news when we were actually ready.
We're really excited to share this next chapter of our life with you guys.
And we are excited to bring you along for it.
Hi, so if you're new here, I'm just going to tell you that this channel is going to become 80% baby content.
Just kidding.
Just kidding, yeah. But you've been warned. If you feel like this is something that you'll enjoy along with other things that we have shared so far, please subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in another one.
Bye.